Today we're going to go over some basic music theory, starting with the top left-hand corner. This is the bass clef, and this is noted by the end of the curve, which is this dot over here. This is F. This is also noted by these two dots after the curve. In between is the second line from the top, notes F. Now we know the key signature that's important, so this is a E flat, because we have a B flat over here, an E flat, and an A flat. Then the time signature is 4 beats per every quarter note. So we're going to start off here with this exercise. It's a 4-measure exercise. We start off with a whole note, followed by 2 half notes. So the whole note takes up all 4 measures of the beat. Each of these quarter notes take up half of that. So that's 2 beats for each of these half notes. It's indicated by these stems. Then on the third measure, we have a whole note rest. That's with the hat underneath the line. And then with the hat on top of the line, that's noted as a half rest. And we got a half rest, a half note followed by a half rest. And so the second line is a little more complicated. So we have a quarter note over here, then a quarter rest, followed by 2 quarter notes, but they're tied together. So that means that you only play the first beat. So you're only playing this, and you're going to extend it by a quarter note. That would indicate this is played like a half note. The third measure, we have 2 16th notes, followed by another 16th note, followed by a dotted half note. The dotted half note indicates that when you put a dot after any of these notes, it extends the length of the note by half. Okay? And then in the third measure over here, we have just 2 16th notes and an 8th note rest, 8th rest, followed by a dotted half note. So we're going to explore all these concepts, as I've said, and we'll see how they sound against each other. I'm going to make the tempo really easy for us since we're just starting out, and this is for beginners. So we're going to start the metronome over here at 40 beats per minute. All right, and we're all ready to go with the first exercise. 1E and 2E and 3E and 4E and 1 and 2E and 3E and 4E and 3E and 2E and 3E and 4E and 4E and 2E and 3E and 4E and that's the top line. Again, we're going to do it again. 1E and 2E and 3E and 4E and 2E and 2E and 3E and 4E and 3E and 2E and 3E and 4E and 4E and 2E and 3E and 4E and now the second line is a little more intricate. We got a quarter note, and then we have all these other notes, but I'm going to play them in succession, and you'll see that it's not the mess that it looks like. Okay? 1E and 2E and 3E and 4E and 2E, 3E and 4E. 1E and 2E and 3E. And 2, 3E and 2E and 3E and 1E and 2E and 1E and 2E and 3E and 4E and 2E and 4E and 3E and 4E. And 2E and 3E and 4E and E and 2E and 3 E and 4 E and so that's how that looks. And I just want to go over these exercises with you because I've seen a lot of people, friends of mine, and they extend the measures, or they extend the notes in the measure or something to where they're running into the next measure and the timing's a little off. And I don't want anybody to go through that. So I just thought I'd concentrate on these rhythm exercises with you, but starting a little less hurriedly. So we started off with 16th rests and 16th notes in the very beginning, and I just thought it'd include all the whole notes and half notes, since I hear it in songs. You know, you have all sorts of stuff going on. I didn't want to exclude everything except to the 16th note, and that's why I made this video today. I'm glad that you came by. Great to see you. We'll see you next time. Thank you.